not moderate things. We're gonna clean my room in a semi-effective manner. If I can just get this thing set up. Fuck sakes. Well, that works, right? People can see things. Does that work? No, 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 no. We need to go higher. We need to set it up so that it's like full frontal perspective of the room. It's pretty good. That kind of works, right? You can see me over here. All right, we're gonna be cleaning my room, but first, drinking, because it's a Friday. You get off work. What else are you gonna do with your existence when you live in Brampton? So I did get some samosas, and let me tell you, top 5, top 10, top a million foods of all time. The samosa is on that list. So, you may not like Indian people, but they invented the samosa, and that automatically gets them on A tier. A tier, yeah, A tier sounds fair. But we're not making a tier list about that yet, because we don't even have the fun juice capable. Brought you in part by Syndicate City Sour Peach Johnny Bootlegger. It's a peach shot. That's so good. This is $2. All right, $2.35. They make alcohol cheap for a reason, because they want to kill you. But it tastes great. So, anyways, we're not drunk enough to start cleaning the room yet. I guess I don't know what level of drunk you need to be to clean rooms. However, we can get started with a bed. Now, if anyone remembers who Jordan Peterson is, said something about making your bed every morning, every day, every night. You wake up in the day, you make your bed, because when you come home, it comes to like a kind of like an orderly place, and psychologically helps you. Now, that's true. Having a nice bed that's well made, it does have a kind of order and stability to it when you see it in your fucking. Goddamn, I'm trying to fix this pen. But hey, hello UK 4K video stat. That's a name. Yellow. How's it going? Can I fix this pen? Goddammit. But what I was trying. Fuck this. All right, that pen's broken forever. So what I was trying to say is, make your bed every morning. Make it like nice and spick and span, because when you come home, you'll come home to a nice bed, and psychologically, it'll do something to you. My wife? I don't have a wife. I'm single. What about you're my wife? Well, we can link up. But anyways, like in New York City, Operation Broken Window, when they fixed a bunch of windows, it made crime go down. Why? Because they weren't living in a shithole anymore. They were psychologically looking, hey, this place is nice and clean. I'm going to act like a cleaner person. But you know how things get. Toronto, New York, Seattle, all those places turn into pigsties. We don't want this for our room, okay? We want our room to be, I don't know, someone think of a city that isn't a complete shithole. While I make my bed. Now, always remember to change the sheets. That's important. Because that's how you get acne. It's one of the many contributing factors to it, at the very least. So how's everyone doing? Everyone, all three of you. Welcome to my ramble section. I'm thinking about this, right? Because not everyone can live a luxurious life. And there's always going to be people at the bottom run of society. But are some people just predisposed to that? Are some people literally just predisposed to waller in filth because they like it? Like humans are weird creatures. We're no two of us are exactly alike unless you're twins. But even then, there's differences. So there's got to be something innately human about like my scattered brainness and my mess that I create and my procrastination, because I'm too busy talking instead of making my goddamn bed. Now, I don't have to change the sheet because I just changed it recently. So, you know, don't get up on me on that one. This is a pillow that is body sized, not a body pillow. Completely different. Completely different. Okay? It helps me sleep, and you should get one too. Everyone should get one, actually. It helps. There's nothing better than cuddling in a sleep position. Anyways, I gotta put a sheet on my pillow. Now, this is a self-cooling pillow, but it obviously hasn't been cleaned in that much. Kind of gross, actually. But this is the day we clean it, because, god damn it, if there isn't a time like any other, the time is now. Hey, we got more viewers. Hell yeah. 4 people. Eventually, 4 become 400, and then 4,000, and then we're leading a revolution, like Ho Chi Minh. Now, big ups if you know who Ho Chi Minh is. Ho 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 Chi Minh. Ho 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 Chi Minh. All right. The bed is pretty much made, but first let me go to my linen closet. Bolty, what's up, cat? All right. Well, I mean, fine if you don't want to say anything. Probably doesn't like the camera. Yeah, you just don't have a pillowcase. That's completely fine. You don't need one. You can just fuck sakes. You know what? That's fine. Who doesn't like the alphabet? I like the alphabet. Alphabet soup. Besides, no one's coming inside my room except for me, and that's a double entendre. Come on, someone had to get that before all 7 people left. God damn. That was a funny joke. I got a like at least. So, Yo, what's up? It's not Aubrey. Well, then who is it? How many of you are enjoying a nice Friday day after work? And, you just want to get drunk. But you should always be productive when you're drunk. Because if you're not, well then, really, you're just being a loser. And only a loser just sits around and gets drunk. A real man gets drunk and moves around and does stuff. All right? You don't want to end up fat, atrophied muscles, balding at the age of 25. That's my biggest fear, is balding. That because my mom's side, a lot of my uncles, they got the bald, and I don't want to lose that, man. I don't want to lose my hair. Okay, it is what it is. Like me, I'm just talking. All right, I'm just a minor alcoholic, functioning at every level. It just tastes good. Like, get off my back, man. I'm joking. You can get on my back. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, special guest Bolty. Nice. Well, Veronica, at the very least, you know who you are. And okay, we're getting more cats coming in. Lulu, what's up? Welcome to the show. We're trying to clean the room, not infest it with more cat hair. But whatever. Que estoy? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, that's French. I don't know. Comment ça va? That's gotta mean at least something in Spanish. It's a Latin language. Comment ça va? That's close enough. Ça va bien. All right, they didn't say that, but. And we gotta do laundry too. Now, the good thing about living in a house is the fact that you don't have to go to a laundromat. Imagine going to a laundromat. Shit, you have to pay. Some you have to bring your own detergent. Sucks. Good thing is, I got a basement. Oh, this. I just got a security vest. Sometimes I like to wear this just because it helps straighten out the back. Plus, I'm like Johnny Silverhand, you know? How he has that vest on at all times. I got glasses somewhere too. All right. What do you think of that? Like Johnny. So, you like to fall on walks with my cat? Maybe for me, please. If I am local, my mother is looking for someone in war food and hugs. Please help. What? Well, it's an interesting comment. If you recognize that tree, if you recognize me, but I'm afraid I can't help you because I got a regular job. Anyways, thanks for the comment, dude. Honestly, your sentence is a bit run on too, and I don't know if. Can you please walk my cat? I don't know if walking a cat is possible, if the cat isn't trained for it or trained. What I mean is, my cat Bolt. All right, he walks alongside me because he has this insane kind of humanistic brain. It's weird how it works because we basically raised him ever since he was a baby. So he walks around with me. He goes on the dinner table, not on the dinner table. He sits on a chair, and I don't know. He's picked up on a lot of human behaviors, but Lulu Pepper, other cats, they're unruly. Like you cannot train a cat like you train a dog. A dog has like obedience, kind of hardwired into it, more or less. We bred it into it. Cats, these creatures have not forgotten that they were worshipped, so it's very difficult for me to try and walk your cat. But if he is trained, then I don't know. I have a job, bro, and why can't you walk your cat? Okay, well, if you're just saying that your cat is better than mine, then it's game over. All right, no cat is better than mine. Now you're getting me angry. I'm not that angry, but no, fuck it, dude. Okay, well, that sucks that you're disabled. I'm sorry, but I'm not walking your cat, man. I got problems in my life too. You got problems in your life. And listen, I'm not here to do favors or even huggies and conversations and all that other stuff. I like that, you're warm, positive, but I have certain things. I can't do side quests, is all I'm trying to say. And you're asking me these questions while I'm under the influence. So maybe don't. Maybe don't. Okay? The deal's off. In fact, the deal never began to formulate. In fact, this is terrible negotiation skills. All right? For that reason, I'm out. Like, get out of the dragon's den. I guess the lion's den, right, Balti? Save me out. See? You can't get him to on command. You know why? Because he's unruly. Now, what was I doing before I was interrupted? Oh, yeah, allegedly cleaning my room. So, here's a problem we got to deal with. The bed's kind of made. That's fine. First, get this cat out. This is the flag of my nation, Viberia. All right, well, you can kiss me all you want, but I actually don't want that. In fact, you should be paying me to kiss you. Actually, don't. That's prostitution. Unless. But no, I'm fine. Are you for real? You a real person? Or are you just like an abominable intelligence that's been sent here to harass me? I can never decide. God damn it, I'm supposed to be cleaning my room. Fine. All right. All right. We can kiss and walk the cat together. Only if you're a woman, though. I'm not gay. In fact, I'm super not gay. Super straight, if you will. Hold on. Now we gotta clean the floor a little bit. We're not gonna vacuum this stream because vacuuming is loud. Okay. Okay, we got pants, and I'm pretty sure these pants are okay. I only wore them one day, so you know that goes right back into the drawer. Uh, Here we got. This is nice, although it's the summer, so we'll need to have this for the fall. I have a. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? You have an abundance of intelligence of wieners. So you are definitely using like some sort of translation app because no human being talks like that. No normal human being talks like that unless it's a foreign language scrambled around or you're really trying desperate. But you know, good on you for trying English. It's not that hard, but you're learning, so it's okay. Um, yeah, that doesn't answer my question though. Are you a woman? Because it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you're trying to evade the question. You're definitely not a woman. And if you claim to be, well, I don't subscribe to the Max Hirschfield of genderology school. So you're just gonna have to pull that one on someone else, buddy. Because like I said, I ain't gay. Well, you know, 1,000,000% straight, super straight, as the kids say. All right. So we made our bed, and the next task is going to be cleaning out the gutters, because basically I have the room the size of like a Japanese apartment, you know, tiny, but I make it fit. I make it fit. Problem is, I just put shit behind. Get a nice cinematic angle of that, and really I don't know what I'm doing half the time. That's fine. No one can complain if I don't have anyone to see it. So now we just gotta clean it out. It's not that hard, guys. All right. Plus, the room is able to have a tremendous amount of shit because of these shelves. Now, this is premium stuff. This is the stuff that consumers wish they could have. See that? That's Persona 5 Royale Phantom Thieves Edition. I don't even care about Persona anymore, and that's impressive. Okay? Now let me just clean out these gutters. Fuck. Alright, I'm using this new tripod I got. It's sometimes working. But because of the nature of streaming like this, and because I am drunk, you will also see that the problems I create for myself are abundant. Got a backpack. Hey, there's that pillowcase cover. Got a hat for the winter. I don't know what the fuck's that doing that back there. Swim trunks. Thermal underpants. Used packaging. Food basics bag. Shirt. Pillow that I use for like ritual sacrifice. Underwear. More swim stuff. Spare pillow that has more hair on it than pillow. I don't fucking know. Hairy fucking sweater again. All these cats and their hair. Beanie. How about Beanie Baby? Goo Goo. Like Tim Pool if he had hair. More fucking pillowcases. Xbox controller that's broken. Piece of shit. I should smash this with a hammer. But I need someone to to give you a financial incentive. Actually, I'll do it for free. This fucking sucks. Oh shit. Alright, it's okay. Just the batteries came out. No, just the fucking batteries, because we live in 2010. Shitty fucking headphones that are like bitten into because our cats are like rodents and they like to chew on stuff. Garbage. Holy shit. Alright, bro. Yeah, this is why no one should trust you for advice. How's it going, guys? I know the position is very compromising, but trust me. Oh, we got a tripod, but it's not for phones. So trash. I got an MP7 airsoft that is fucking broken. The it's supposed to like latch in place, but obviously that's broken, and it doesn't even lock here because that's broken too. The gun mechanism just does not work because the entire spring box fell out. But at least I can cosplay with the fucking see-through gun. That trash. What do we got? More thermal underwear, regular underwear, box of cards. Should I throw this up in the air with a big woo? That would be entertaining. But I won't do that because I already have enough bullshit to clean up. Maybe we'll create more mess. For fun, of course. So just throw that over there. Socks. Biological experiments. Socks. Viral. Ooh, look at this. Another shirt. Ooh, look at this. Another shirt. That was a cool one. Ooh, look at this. Deodorant. Oh, shit. These are mints, which are probably not good at all, but we're going to try one. I'm actually ashamed that these are mints and not drugs, but we make do. Oh, look at that. A sweater. But this looks like a work sweater. And this is interesting. We've got a whole box of Lego. Box of Lego and crap. But that's because that's the rejects. If you want to look at the real Lego, all right, we're going to have to look at my desk, which is, well, I guess the top of my dresser, not my desk. My dresser is a mess. Obvious capybara. Because, there's just chaos in the streets. Despite the fact that the boys are back in town on their trip to see Oswald Mosley. Realistically, the only thing standing is the money tree, which I use as a pagan ritual to enhance my lottery ticket winning abilities. So far, it hasn't worked, but if I offer more money, then maybe, just maybe, the deity of money, or Ganesh, or fucking whoever, will grant it to me. But most likely, I'll have to sacrifice an animal. Speaking of sacrificing, we got the Sisters of Chaos. We got Slanesh and Nurgle. This is my first attempt at painting. And I used, the shitty watercolor stuff up here. Oh, look, Lego Ganondorf. And then I used acrylic paint for this one, as you're supposed to. She turned out better. This one, I just haven't bothered to glue the gun back on, or even paint the face, but much better. Oh yeah, this is my makeshift Metal Gear. If I can set him up. Oh fuck, it broke. It broke. Again, fuck off. I'm not even showing him. He's not even gonna be shown. But yeah. Mini army. I know no one asked for it, and people are assuming that this live stream fucking sucks. Because it does. But I promise you, it gets good after the 3rd hour mark. Promise. Okay, so now that we've taken all the crap from the gutters back onto the streets, we gotta clean it. First things first is recognizing what is garbage and what isn't. This is just straight up garbage. So you throw it in the trash. What do we got here, huh? Oh, it's a sock with a hole in it. You know what that is? Trash. Shitty headphones. They're never gonna work again. Trash. Trash. Garbage. Throw it in the trash already. Walmart microphone. This is what I wish I could do to all the people who have the fucking shitty microphones in game chat. Now, we're going to use this big bag here as a garbage bag because I don't want to waste a bunch of plastic. And when you're throwing out garbage, always make sure to do the least amount of damage to the environment as possible. Not because I give a shit about the environment. No, because whether or not humanity fucks up the environment, Earth will keep on living. We won't. So, it's not saving the planet. It's saving ourselves. For the most part. You know, most people want a pat on the back when they do things. Right? And that's why they're like, oh my god, I can't leave. I got anxiety. So they need someone to like tell them always, good job, sport. Or just have tremendous amounts of psychoactive drugs to make them feel better. Without ever addressing the neuroticism that is developed because of the shitty civilization that they live in. And I'm not pointing any fingers, but I'm also not clearing any names. So, oh yeah, another tactic I used to do as a kid when cleaning is just shove everything into a bag. And this works, but in a different mindset when you're an adult, especially if you're a psycho like me. You need to basically have a bug out bag because the apocalypse is going to happen at any moment, guys. So make sure you have just a bag that has all your shit ready to go when you need to oh, Philippines, bro. Hey, I love Philippines. Philippines in the top 5 Asians category. Right up there with the Vietnamese. And it's not a racial thing, it's a cultural thing. And that's a different tier list. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, just shove a bunch of shit in the bag and your room's clean. And then your mom finds out. And your mom gets mad. Of course, as a kid, you could always shove shit under the bed. That didn't work either. Because where else your parents are going to check? You can shove shit in the closet. Parents are going to check. So you might as well clean it up. But here, underneath the bed is its own compartments. Look at that. And despite that fact, I'm still a goddamn mess. Because I'm just lazy. You know, you get a shirt, bam, put it in there. Right? Get a shirt. You don't need to fold it. What's folding? It folds itself. See? Now that's how you know that you're dealing with a professional. So, never a dull moment when it comes to cleaning your room. I just found my carbon fiber knuckles. Remember, in Canada, yo, what's up, DJ Slay, and Miguel and Miguel. Comment ça va? But yeah, in Canada, you're not allowed to have brass knuckles. But there's a company called Monkey Knuckles, which 3D prints these carbon fiber knuckles. Now, they come in various colors. They also have spiked, which I opted for because spike is just cool, right? Or just like the normal, like, I don't know how to describe it, like, I guess, filed ones. But, you know, get yourself a pair and defend yourself. Because, like George Washington once said, stay strapped or get clapped. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but it was all there, okay? It's in the records. That's why I'm a Second Amendment absolutionist. Okay? I believe you should have nuclear weapons. All right? Call up Big Boss. Call up all your friends in the mercenary gang and create your own nation and have your own nukes. And I just lost 5 viewers because I said that. Incredible. Well, if they can't handle the fact that nuclear weapons are made for all, then maybe they can't handle the fact that I am a prophet. And I believe that one day, when we all own nukes, that's when peace will be ushered, because there'll be none of us left. I'm nuclear. I'm wild. I'm breaking up inside. A heart of broken glass, defiled. And I have 1 viewer. And message redacted. Alright, well, this is what I get for singing. I'm not doing that one again. Now, my mom just told me to be nice, but she's not in the same house as me, so good luck. Good luck. Alright? When individuality and the internet mix, you're just bound to get, well, I don't know, whatever this psychotic rambling is. Listen, half of it's the drink. The other half is the fact that I might be a little bit autistic. Never been tested. I don't want to get tested. Even that still. If I'm not on the autismo spectrum, I may be some form of ADHD, or at the very least, neurotic in some sense, or atypical. But who cares? Because this is my life. All right, I'm seeing it through the first-person perspective of my eyeballs. So who are you to do anything about me? All right, I'm the main character. No one else but me. All right, anyone else? NPC. Actually, speaking of which, you know that statistic? Like 60% to 40% of the world does not have any inner monologue. It's like you're incapable of opening up the main menu and talking to yourself. Like that explains why a lot of people are just able to listen to the radio 24/7, because they have absolutely zero thoughts just circulating their head. I found out that, I have my earbuds, I listen to music constantly, and my stream of thought is pretty much always going, and the music acts as like background. But I never thought of it in the way that some people's stream of thought is just the music, and there's nothing outside of it, which is nothing wrong, right? Like, enjoying the music in of itself. But I'm saying that some people just do not have a stream of thought, period. And that's what we call the NPC, all right? The non-player character, the background. Now, whether or not that means they don't have a soul, well, this is not a theological discussion. This is a statistical analysis that does not delve deeper than just, being sad for people that can't have an inner monologue. It's like aphantasia, the inability to imagine things. I knew a guy that I used to work with, and he had aphantasia. So if you're describing something to him, you could describe a room with no matter how much detail you want. He is incapable of conjuring it in his mind. But if he's physically seen the place, then his aphantasia, I guess, isn't complete, so he can still visualize things that he's physically been to, because it's just memory. But he does dream. But, like with most dreams, you wake up and you forget it. Yeah. Don't feel the need to do anything other than exist. Some people are too busy trying to live a life of unimaginable or unobtainable wealth or splendor. Motherfucker, ow! And it's just not possible for some people, right? Not for all people, really. It's kind of not the tragedies, but just the normal aspect of life. So don't bother. Actually, no, you should bother. If you have that willpower in you, you should always bother. If you have that spirit in you. But if you have some people that are putting such a harsh will on you, like, oh, you must do this. They're trying to form you into their perfect being, all right? Then who are you to really let them command your life? I know it's generic advice to say be yourself, but really, there's so many people that are too busy either not thinking what it is to be a person or just hiding themselves to conform to all this nonsense that they are too scared to speak out against. You know? So that's my little 2-bit cents. 2 cents. 2 cents. That sounds like a tribal name. 2 cents. I am 2 cents, giver of information. Oh my God, that's racist. You can't say that. Well, what native, huh? Everyone's native to some place. All right, you got Europeans. You got your Chinese, your Indo-Chinese. Although I guess like if you want to look at it from a genetic perspective, a lot of Latinos and Latinas are like 50% the native population and then the other 50% European, right? There are those who are actually still mestizos or Aztec, like original stock, so to speak. But the Philippines, Brazil, South America, it's all mixtures of natives and Europeans. And that created a new group. In fact, Madagascar, the people of Madagascar are a mixture of African and Asian. Certain tribes groups. I'm not that well researched into it, but you better believe that I speak some ounce of truth. I don't know, man. Maybe. What if it's just the cat stream? You know, watch these cats exist on my. Alright, we don't need this. This is trash. But wouldn't it be funny if I threw it behind my bed? It'd be pretty funny. You know, it wouldn't be funny if it just splashed all over the place. But that's why we tie it up. Right? Do a nice little knot. Make sure you knot it twice. Alright? Just throw it in the back there. And problem solved. Your room is now clean. You can drink to your heart's content. Right, both there. What really sucks is that I lost my earbuds. And I don't know if I lost them in the car at work, or on the street, or even in my own goddamn house. So, that's unfortunate. Really, I'm kind of lazy. So, maybe you guys can make content for me. How about that? I'm joking, obviously. Unless. Alright, well, what if we want to go downstairs and get some crap? Or, just. What do we got? We got special effects? No. What is this? Oh, shit. Okay, well. Lighting. I can mute myself. Maybe that would actually help my viewership. Mute yourself. That, or you could always cheat the system by buying viewers. Now, I'm not saying you should do this, right? But hypothetically, I watch some YouTube shorts, like the live stream content. I'm not saying mine is perfect, even though it is. But some of these things are literally just some chick sitting in some room with 149 viewers. What do I get? Huh? Is it because I'm sub 2? Is that why? Or is it because I'm boring? All right? How can this be boring? You have a cat co-host who doesn't say much, but he's old, all right? Forgive him, right? Both of you. But just give me a one. Just one. For the fans. He knows no one's watching. But anyways. What? Don't give me that look. What should we do? What should we do? Go on a walk? I kind of look ridiculous. And I kind of have like a bunch of shit more to clean. But I don't have anywhere to put it. Okay? Like this is winter stuff. And it won't be winter for like 6 months. And these are pants. Now I'll go to the casino tomorrow. You can't live stream in the casino because they don't like fun. Okay? But you can sneak in contraband and weapons because this is like Fallout. And for legal reasons, okay, that was a joke. I'm not gonna sneak weapons into a casino, okay? Me? Me? Sneak weapons into a casino, please, sir. It's ridiculous. I'm innocent. I say as I sneak in 32 milliliters of sweet, sweet rum. And before you say, oh my god, 32 milliliters, that's so tiny. Well, this is 200. So, you know, this is a tiny amount, okay? I'm allowed to sneak in a small amount. Besides, don't they give you, like, alcohol for free? I've never been to a casino, but I heard two things. All the soda drinks are free. That shit's practically on the house everywhere in every state and the province. And two, there's no clocks in there so that you lose track of time. So it's like it's always daytime. That's what they say. Maybe I should do a stream where I read. You know, a reading stream. So if I rename my I can't rename my stream. So yeah, that's a done deal. Crocodile done deal. But at the very least, I got my bed made, and Jordan Peterson would be proud of that fact. I guess now I have to do the laundry, but I don't know if anyone wants to see that. It's pretty boring. So, what I will do is just have Bolt on the stream while I go downstairs and put this laundry. Here, let me get a nice angle of the laundry. While I put this laundry, that's a shitty angle, into the laundry. There's Jesus. This is a wonderful poster that my friend gave me for my birthday. Thank you, Josh. Christ is King. And now he probably would not. Fuck. I don't want me saying that when I'm under the influence, but at the very least, I'm saying it. So you can cry about it. You can cry about anything you want. If you want to be a moral, self-righteous thing, guy, dude, then be my guest. But don't pretend like you're doing it for my own benefit. This is, you know, it's a mess. Most things are a mess, but at least the bed is clean, and at least Bolt is on the screen. That rhymed. All right, I'll be right back. Let me go do my laundry. Consider this an intermission for the no viewers. Alright, well, that's clean. Laundry's done. Hip hip hooray. Hooray, guys. Maybe we should just do a reading stream. Sit on a bed, read some bullshit. People like people who read, right? Get it? Right? Read, write, as in write, and write as in writing. God damn it. This is boring. Fuck off. Maybe I should have done a cooking stream. Maybe I should have done anything at all, actually, other than the tee so quirky, drunkenly cleaning my room bit. But did get 3 likes. And that's saying something. It's actually saying nothing at all. But at the very least, you can walk away happy knowing that there was 3 viewers and 9 at one point, 12 at another. I don't know, man. What do we got here? There's the Man in the High Castle. We got Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Hans Andersen fairy tales. Got those. Got 1984. Why don't we read 1984? It's a classic story. I'm pretty sure we can get down with the oh so relevant messaging that 1984 has, because it truly is never ever gonna die. It's a realistic story of modern horror. I'm stalling because I can't fucking find it. Alright, found it. Should I be shirtless for this? I feel like a cam person for just sitting down on bed. You know, it feels weird. It feels exploitative. On a bed. This is too comfortable. I used to comfortable streaming. But we're gonna read a book because my bed's made. That's all I need. That qualifies as a clean room where I'm from. 1984 by George Orwell. Yeah, it's a classic. Everyone knows it. Well, at the very least, if you grew up in North America between the times of 2002 and now, you should know it. But let me fix this. Yeah. Chapter 1, Part 1. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were stricken 13. Winston Smith, his chin nuzzled into his breast in an effort to escape the vile wind, slipped quickly through the glass door of Victory Mansions, though not quickly enough to prevent a swirl of gritty dust from entering along with him. The hallway smelt of boiled cabbage and rag mats. At one end of it, colored poster, too large for indoor display, had been tacked to the wall. It depicted simply an enormous face, more than a meter wide, the face of a man of about 45, with a heavy black mustache and ruggedly handsome features. Winston made for the stairs. It was no use trying the lift. Even at the best of times, it was seldom working, and at present, the electric current was cut off during daylight hours. It was part of the economy drive in preparation for Hate Week. The flat was 7 flights up, and Winston, who was 39 and had a varicose ulcer above his right ankle, went slowly, resting several times on the way. On each landing, opposite the lift shaft, the poster with the enormous face gazed from the wall. It was one of those pictures which are so contrived that the eyes follow you about when you move. Big Brother is watching you. The caption beneath it ran. Inside the flat, a fruity voice was reading out a list of figures, which had something to do with the production of pig iron. The voice came from an oblong metal plaque like a dulled mirror, which formed part of the surface of the right-hand wall. Winston turned the switch, and the voice sank somewhat. though the words were still distinguishable. The instrument, the telescreen it was called, could be dimmed, but there was no way of shutting it off completely. Moved over to the window, a smallish, frail figure, the meagerness of his body merely emphasized by the blue overalls, which were the uniform of the party. His hair was very fair, his face naturally sanguine, his skin roughened by coarse soap and blunt razor blades and the cold of the winter that had just ended. Outside, even though the shut window pane, the world looked cold. Down to the street, little eddies of wind were whirling dust and torn paper into spirals, and though the sun was shining and the sky a harsh blue, there seemed to be no color in anything, except the posters that were plastered everywhere. The black mustachioed face gazed down from every commanding corner. There was one on the house front immediately opposite. Big Brother is watching you, the caption said, while the dark eyes looked deep into Winston's own. Down at street level, another poster, torn at one corner, flapped fitfully in the wind, alternatively covering and uncovering the single word, ink suck. In the far distance, a helicopter skimmed down between the roofs, hovered for an instant like a blue bottle, and darted away again with a curving flight. It was the police patrol, snooping into people's windows. Patrols did not matter, however. Only the thought police mattered. Behind Winston's back, the voice from the telescreen was still babbling away about pig iron and the overfulfillment of the ninth three-year plan. The telescreen received and transmitted simultaneously. Any sound that Winston made above the level of every low whisper would be picked up by it. Moreover, so long as he remained within the field of vision which the metal plaque commanded, he could be seen as well as heard. There was, of course, no way of knowing whether you were being watched at any given moment, how often, or on what system the thought police plugged in on any individual wire was guesswork. It was even conceivable that they watched everybody all the time, but at any rate, they could plug in your wire whenever they wanted to. You had to did live, from habit that became instinct, the assumption that every sound you made was overheard, and except in darkness, every movement scrutinized. Winston kept his back turned to the telescreen. It was safer, though. As he well knew, even a back can be revealing. A kilometer away, the Ministry of Truth, his place of work, towered vast and white above the grimy landscape. This, he thought, was a sort of vague distaste. This was London. Okay, so London's a shithole, no matter what, in every society. Not surprised. In every story, London just fucking sucks. Why am I not surprised? This was London, chief city of Airstrip 1, itself the third most populous of the provinces of Oceania. He tried to squeeze out some childhood memory that should tell him whether London had always been quite like this, where there's always these vistas of rotting 19th century houses, their sides shored up with bulks of timber, their windows patched with cardboard, and their roofs with corrugated iron, their crazy garden walls sagging in all directions, and the bombed sites where the plaster dust swirled in the air and the willow herb straggled over the heaps of rubble, and the places where the bombs had cleared a larger patch, there had spread up sordid colonies of wooden dwellings like chicken houses. It was no use. He could not remember. Nothing remained of his childhood, except a series of bright-lit tableaux recurring against a no background and most unintelligible. Ministry of Truth, miniature, and Newspeak. Newspeak was the official language of Oceania. For an account of its structure and etymology, see the appendix. So this comes with an appendix, so you can see a whole slew of Newspeak words, and you could get your double think and double talk. The Minister of Truth was startlingly different. I might just have to finish the stream after that. The Ministry of Truth was startlingly different from any other object in sight. It was an enormous pyramidal structure of glittering white concrete soaring up terrace after terrace, 300 meters into the air. From where Winston stood, it was possible to read picked out on its white face in elegant lettering the three slogans of the party. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. You should watch 1984, the movie. Really good. You know what? That's enough reading. I think that little segment, the first page of 1984, there. That's what you get. Go buy the book for yourself. Go read for yourself. Because I'm not going to finish this on stream. I know what this book is about. You can go do it. This is called I drunkenly clean my room, not I drunkenly slobber over the pages of a classic book. Although, I am wearing the same color scheme as the book. That's just something I noticed right now. Anyways, if you want more brain dead analysis, please feel free to continue watching my channel. Yep. That's what I get. Clean room and boredom. I think no matter how much I drink, I don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah. I think this stream is definitely the worst one I've done. Although I've done drunk streams before, but I've deleted it. But maybe if I just did like a gaming stream. I don't know how some people get these viewers, or how the algorithm even works, or how I'm even supposed to create bullshit that people want to watch. Because I think part of a lot of streams is just the fact that people are so bored by everything and anything that they just need to seek more and more entertainment, and it's just an insatiable thirst for entertainment. And I don't know, no one really watches things to enjoy it anymore. People just watch things to numb their mind, to fill the silence that may occupy their head. Just a theory, really. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Almost finished half the peach stuff. It's not bad at all. I should just buy this all the time, every time. You know what? You know the joke, ATF should be a store, not an agency. ATF standing for alcohol, tobacco, firearms. The Native Americans could do that, right? Tax-free cigarettes, tax-free firearms. That's my biggest thing there, and tax-free alcohol. It's a win-win. All right, the Native Americans get a shit ton of money, and I get to buy all those three items except for cigarettes. Ew, yucky. And I get to buy all those three items for like no tax, because sales tax, that's criminal. All right, sales tax was bullshit that's pushed on us since World War I, because you're at war, so naturally we need to find a way for the government to produce more money. And since the government produces no money other than your money, they put a sales tax on pretty much everything. Right, nowadays some things you can buy without the worry of tax, but that's increasingly rare and only in certain areas. So everything you buy, every transaction you partake in has taxes. Sales tax. It's not bad enough that you got income tax, okay? And then on top of that, you also have to pay other taxes, like if you own property, right? Property taxes. There's also the tax of insurance, which is a mandatory thing, but insurance is kind of important. Which might be a cope, all right? Because having this extra judicial, it's not even law, it's just a company. Having these companies and banks really have the government force this transaction onto you, whether you like it or not, under the threat of jail. It's a bit weird, man. It's corporatocratic. But America, North America has always been weird, where you have the state and the republic working in tandem with corporations, and you have those two intertwined. So naturally, stuff like insurance or stuff that a corporation is completely built around and the government enforces will arise. But that's just another North American weirdness. It's a fairly new country. Give us some time to work out all the bullshit. And yeah, except no, because it's probably maybe kind of going to collapse in like I want to say 7 years. Like South Africa is already going down the drain. I don't think there's a single person that's going to be ending up saving that one. But at the very least, Australia might be okay. New Zealand looks to be fine. I don't see New Zealand really getting fucked up too bad. America, that's the one where it has like the highest potential to either become a golden age or just completely fall flat, destroy itself, and balkanize. Like divide itself up into multiple different states, city states, countries, tribes. You could see a return of nomadic tribes, unironically, and the Chinese century. But that's stuff to worry about in 2027, when I think, the big unga bunga would happen, the big boogaloo, the apocalypse, the war, the end times, the cycle fulfilling itself, the Thucydides trap. I don't know, man. Any word you could think of that just conjures the image of chaos and war and renewal under fire. If that makes any sense, should make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then you're not sentient. That's all I gotta say to that. And what are you doing? You're sitting in your room. You're just drinking alcohol, talking to yourself. Man, get a fucking grip. You're a fucking loser. You're a loser, Max. I don't see you do anything. Well, yeah? What? What? Cause I work in a mob? You think I don't do nothing? Nah, come here. I'm gonna show you some fucking respect. I'm gonna break your ankles before I break your kneecaps. Or vice versa. Do you know what vice versa means? Yeah, it means this. And that's why you don't backtalk to the mob. Thank you. So, does anyone want a drink? No? Yes? Maybe so? Okay, that's great. 0 viewers. So you can do whatever you want. You can sit in your bed. You can be lazy. You can drink. You can write. You can read. Oh, what flag is that? The gay pride flag. Really? No. Why would I buy one? Why am I talking to myself? Because drunkenness mixed with an empty mind, mixed with no one to talk to, mixed with live streaming, mixed with I guess alcohol, if I didn't mention that one already, mixed with, did I say boredom? I guess boredom and nothing to do with the same thing, really. I don't know. You know what I hate? Celebrities. A lot of celebrities. And it's not like jealousy over fame, because if I'm famous, then I still want to be a down to earth, normal person. Alright? I don't want to forget any of the parts that makes me a human being, that makes me not a soulless, devil worshipping cunt like a lot of the Hollywood types. But a lot of these celebrities are just so vacuous, and they really are just parrots for their producer, manager, or anyone who gives them a job. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these people don't have thoughts in their head, and their only value is Obviously not all actors, but some actors, their only value is really their looks. But otherwise, if they were in normal life, having to find a normal job, it would not work for them. And in fact, well, that works for a lot of people. You know, they can't find a normal fucking job nowadays. But if you're a celebrity, if you're acting, if you've crawled your way out based on beauty and an actual talent to become a different character, all the power to you. But shut the fuck up on issues you know nothing about. I mean, that being said, I'm giving my 2, 3, 5 cents on shit that I know semi expert levels. You know, I'm like a mini expert. I'm a pseudo expert on a lot of things. All right, I have official opinions that people should listen to. Not these celebrities. You know, these people whose money is generated purely just from all the people consuming their shit content and all these Hollywood, um, you know, funding them. So really, why would I want to be in Hollywood? We're just going to end up with a bunch of vacuous, basically egotistical, narcissistic douchebags surrounding you, thinking that because they're rich and famous and people love them the world over, that their opinions are incredibly valuable. When really their opinions are either pre-manufactured by their handlers, or it's just whatever other bullshit they see on the internet, and they download their opinions from the collective thought sludge of the left or the right, you know, because there's grifters on both sides. I don't want to be like the Omega enlightened and centrist, but like I said, I'm a third positionist. I'm on no side but my side, and that's the only side that matters. And really, I don't think anyone should worship celebrities or think that they're infallible, because they're just as fucked up as any other person on this planet. The only difference is that they're beautiful most of the time, and they have talent most of the time in terms of playing a character on screen. Oh, and they got fuck tons of money most of the time, unless you're like Nick Cage or I can't think of any other actor that God broke other than Nick Cage. You know, if anyone else knows other actors that are just horrible with managing their money, like Sylvester Stallone, right? He had to sell his dog. It was when he was making Rocky 2, and then when he made all the money back, he bought his dog again. I think that's true. There could be other actors who just was it the Andy Dick, yeah, Pete I don't know. So, there's got to be someone out there. A lot of them. Steve-O, maybe? I don't fucking know. Maybe he has infinite money from his Jackass days. But that's another thing. Like, if you make friends in Hollywood, some of them will just bail you out. Like how does... You know Adam Sandler? The Adam Sandler conspiracy, to be more specific? This one's interesting. So basically, the Adam Sandler conspiracy is that he goes to a big producer, it's a big company, and says, "Hey, look, we're gonna put on a vacation movie, and it's gonna be like a me, hot girl, family, you know, guy meets girl story, and yeah, it would be awesome." And you know, it's set in like an exotic location, like Africa, or like Hawaii, or like Latin America, or fucking I don't know, like anywhere that you want a vacation on for real cheap. And he meets a hot girl, even though this guy looks like if I was slightly more attractive and Jewish. Right? How does he do it? He does it every time. And he gets a big payday, and he gets to go on vacation, and he gets to make a mid-tier movie, and he gets $1 million, billion, jillion dollars. It's not fair. It's not fair. Where's my million, billion, trillion, jillion dollars, huh? Why can't I be? Well, I know why I can't, because well, you know, paper bag. But still, I don't know. Give me a free ticket to country and I could film a sitcom, like rom-com, and then for like $20,000 budget, because you gotta feed the actors, and yeah, I'll 10x, I'll triple that, I'll I'll fucking 100x your profits off of the rom-com, you know, what would we call it? Uh, Big incel and little no, that's shit. Hmm. Well, I, I can't really think of any good ideas. So there's 51st dates. 51st. Don't finish that sentence. You already know what I'm going for. It's about a. I'm not even. It's about. I can't make that joke. 51st rapes. I did. That's the title of the film, but I think that will do better as a as a hentai. You can't do that as porn. I think there's actually something against the law that you can't like replicate. Maybe you can. Actually, I don't think there is much laws other than you can't be explicitly prostitution. But realistically, to produce porn, there's substantially a lot less laws around that than there is about making movies. Because for some reason, making movies, the art form, they have this whole board of censorship and board of I guess certain qualifications you need to ensure that it is truly a piece of cinema, which is good. It's protecting the art form, but for I guess the raunchiest, most animalistic form of entertainment that you can get, yeah, there isn't much laws regarding corn, as they call it, or Slanesh. Because Slanesh is the producer of the highest levels of corn. I hate that self-censorship. It's so ridiculous. How TikTok and the self-censorship of language has made it so that some people, even in real life, they don't say corn. Fuck. See, now it's affecting me. They don't say porn or all these other like bad words. They soften it so much to the point where the meaning of the word, not only does it lose all meaning because you're not using the actual word, but it's also putting it in such a childlike way that it really has zero impact when you put it in a sentence. Like, okay, yeah, I have a severe corn addiction. It makes it sound like I'm saying a joke, or I love fucking food, the corn food, like I'm living in the Soviet Union under Khrushchev. It's ridiculous. Or unalive, bro. Just say kill. Okay. I wanna self-delete. That was funny, but you get my point. Is that one, the English language is capable of pretty much the highest highs in terms of elegance and sophistication, and the lowest lows in terms of just outright dog shit uses and bastardization of the language. Right? And I think a lot of languages in the world, they do have their bastardized forms. Right? Like, and by bastardized, I don't necessarily mean like it's complete like ghetto rat speak where it's like, oh, that was like you're speaking a completely different language because you're just like throwing out all these idioms and like slang. But I'm talking like low Cantonese, high Cantonese, low Gothic, high Gothic, low German, high German, where there's a certain sophistication between the languages, but there's just like an overall gap in what people are saying versus in English, where even though you can try and make it more sophisticated in the way that you speak, your words will still approach the same conclusion as if you were to use simpler words, and you will still be able to convey your ideas no matter how sophisticated or how low you make it. Whereas some languages require the crutch of actually knowing all of it. or I guess for English, it's the crutch of being so open that, despite the lack of rules, it is essentially the world's language because of how easy it is to get a grasp on. Like they say, you only need 1,000 words in the English language to have a full-on conversation. Not even a conversation, just to live and exist in any English-speaking country. 1,000 words at best. All right. Even at worst, you could have less than that and get on with your entire existence. All right. And that's why English is so fluid. I don't know if you could live in Japan or Spain or any country with a language like theirs that requires such an immense knowledge of the entire thing before you're able to really become a citizen. A lot of countries in the West where English is just the language, it just becomes so easy for any immigrant to come in because English is such an easy language to really grasp. I'm not saying learn because learn is different from grasp. Learning, that's like fully immersing yourself in it, fully being able to have complex conversations and convey complex ideas and be fluent, semi-fluent. To grasp is to basically think of concepts within your own language and how they work and then translate it over to English in a way that, even though you don't have all the words, you can at the very least say, all right, I need grab this. I have go here. Please help me. You know, like I don't know. Some languages you can't unga bungafy it. You can't make it small. You need to have the understanding of the entire language. But with English, you can very well get by with being stupid. Yeah, I think I'm about calling it here. We've got a nice stream. I don't think I'm gonna get much viewers anymore. And alcohol just makes me sleepy. It might be because I'm literally sitting in a bed. That could be the reason. Also could just be I work the entire day. Also could be I'm just talking a million billion trillion miles of it. It also could just be there's no one here. And it also could just be I'm pissed off because I lost my earbuds. And I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. They could be in my friend's car. They could be in the work car. They could be in somewhere in the house. I would never know. They could be eaten by a mouse. Who knows? It always seems like you get a large stream of viewers at the start, and then it all just fizzles out till it's 1 or 0. Alright, maybe I'm just not doing anything interesting right now. I gotta do a cooking stream. That's the go-to, a cooking stream. Alright, I'm not a hot, attractive woman. I'm only an ugly, dysgenic guy. So that's why I'm not getting a million viewers. That's the only reason. Alright, you can't have 123 viewers if you're not at like a average girl. All right, it sounds envious and conceited. That's because it is. But honestly, I don't know if you gotta like fill the description with a million billion hashtags, or you just gotta suck YouTube's um uh Ethernet cable. Or maybe because I put drunk into the title, it automatically defers it away from anyone who isn't a class 1 AA meeting attender. Actually, that'd be a terrible idea. Why would you promote a stream like this to someone who's going to AA? That's like promoting Boss Man Jack to a compulsive gambler. That's a fucking terrible idea. Maybe I should make videos again. You know, I don't know what I would make them about because I feel like live streaming content is better. Because honestly, most of my videos will be just exactly like this, just talking and just rambling because I can't have the structure of making a regular video. But that's about it. See ya. Hold on, we gotta finish this. We gotta finish this. Gotta finish this before the stream ends. Okay. See, this is what's left, and then the stream ends. All right, so get your jokes out, all 0 of you. What's life forms? Tulpas, basically self-induced schizophrenia, self-induced hallucinations that become real, and they can attack you and harass you because you're using your own psychic energy to create a life form. And it's a terrible idea. Don't do it. Don't look up life forms. Ruined my life. Now I see a fucking elephant out of the corner of my eye called Freddy. Try to get him out of here. Try to get him to pay rent. Didn't work. But he can at least smash watermelon for me. And I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, bro. It's just going off on random bullshit. This stuff got me thinking weird. I do recommend it though. Syndicate City Sour Peach. Johnny Bootlegger. Not sponsored. I should be though. I feel like this is a good ad. Bye.